I'm Jonathan. I'm going to talk about my assignment for the week. So, from Build a Tower with Tom, the first point that stuck out to me was finding assumptions within what we're doing. He said that every project has your assumptions, and you have to find the right ones to move past, to better build what you're doing. And he talked about this at 542. I am working on a book, and at the end there's a big mystery that comes together, a lot of information. And I was under the assumption, wrongly, that it was pretty obvious, like once you got there you could figure out all the information and understand why things happen. Well, once I sent it out to friends and family, I had to listen to their feedback and realize that aspects were confusing. Not everything was coming together properly. And so, once I could reflect on that, I could understand like where I could fix things, like what was frustrating, what was too confusing, where could I insert extra information to make it all flow together. And I could see this, the prototype that he was talking about at 553 in the video, that my first draft was pretty much like a prototype where I could find my assumptions and then listen to readers. And the book talks about listening at page 162. So to write the book that I wanted, I had to listen. I had to go through this first draft. I had to find my assumptions, and the first draft was my prototype. In the second video, Simon Sinek from Good Leaders, he talks about trust and cooperation at 3 minutes. And he says that they are feelings, not instructions, and working together is natural. He talks about like old tribes that, to get around like the danger, they had to work together. Somebody has to watch at night, somebody has to fish, somebody has to hunt, somebody has to watch the kids. And if you don't have this cooperation, then you're going to be assailed from all sides and you're going to fail. And he said the best way to do that, and nowadays, is you start at the top with the leader. And they have to be willing to self-sacrifice. If you don't have that, then you lose that trust, you lose that cooperation. And he talks about the trust and cooperation at 3 minutes, and the self-sacrifice at 4 minutes, 57 seconds. And I started thinking about work. So I work Monday to Friday, 8 to 5, normal schedule, 40 hours a week. And our boss started wanting coverage on Saturdays to help with the outside sales team. Well, we were already working 40 hours, so we were pretty much against it because those are our time that we could spend with friends and family. Well, his solution was what I read about in the book on page 266, coercive power. He basically threatened us, said, hey, if you don't do it, you're fired. So we didn't really have an option, besides quitting. Don't really have an option because you need to get paid to survive in this world. And relating that back, I just thought, like, what if there was a better way? What if we could have worked together? What if he could have helped us on Saturdays, once a month? He could help us. That would have helped breed this sense of trust and cooperation. He would have sacrificed his time so that we could have our time too. And then we would have been more willing to sacrifice our own time to build something even better. But because he didn't, it lost that trust, lost that cooperation, and ended up being weaker than what we've had before because people didn't want to spend their time out there if our leader wasn't willing to spend his. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the video.